Uh-oh, you know what it is. It's your boy G Bush pulling up with you today. And we got an episode. We decided to do this thing live, man. We wanted to do it live because sometimes when you got to do it live, you got to break it down. Right now, Cleveland Browns got a day off, and there's no better time than drop this episode of the Ultimate Browns. If you're in here, make sure you get your coffee ready. I got mine ready. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Tyler Huntley move. What does that mean? A lot of people have been asking me. We talked about it a little bit on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show a little bit earlier. But Tyler Huntley, what does that mean for Shedeur Sanders? There's a lot of people out here saying, oh, man, Shador might not get no opportunities to play. Shador might do this. Shador might not. Nah, bro. We're going to break that down, and we're going to talk about it. And listen, I'm not going to do a victory lap. I'm not going to do a victory lap. But I do believe that I told you all along, Shador's time would come. It shall come, and it is here upon us. That's the way the NFL works. You can't make the club from the tub. We'll talk about that as well. And then we'll get into the structure of the preseason game. I got a couple of clips I want to play in courtesy of 92.3 The Fan. Jonathan Peterlin is out here been cooking. There was a lot of converts that are coming on over. Daryl Ryder, I told him, I said, listen, it's still time. It's still time before the national media gets in here. You can be on the right side of history here. Now, it looks like Nick Wilson and Jonathan Peterlin are guys. I mean, shall we talk about it? We will get to all this and more on this very, very cool episode of The Ultimate Browns. Welcome on in. It's your boy G Bush with the fast 30. I won't even say 30 minutes because we got a little time here today. If you're in the barbershop, pull on up on us. If you're in the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, Ultimate Browns, pull up on us. We're going to have a conversation today. We're going to get it in, man. Let's go ahead and talk about this. What the Tyler Huntley game plan means for Shedeur Sanders and the reps in the Browns quarterback position, right? I'm gonna cook with y'all a little bit, and I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts on the whole entire situation and what it entails. The Browns are on a little bit of a, I would say, a day off. They're doing a traveling day to Carolina, and so a lot of people was on the internet flipping out, talking about what's going on with Tyler Huntley and what this means for Shedeur Sanders. And Tyler Huntley, let me explain to y'all. Tyler Huntley is going to be a guy. Obviously, you know he played in Kevin Stefanski's offense. Obviously, you know that he was with the Browns. He was with the Miami Dolphins. He's been with the Baltimore Ravens. He's a guy that they're going to bring in, and this is strictly, it better be. I'll throw that little disclaimer out there. This is strictly for making sure that you got the quarterback situation locked down. Right now, Dylan Gabriel, hamstring. Now, this just came down a couple of days ago. When you got the hamstring injury, it's going to be wet. I'm going to talk about that in Carolina. The practice looks like it's going to be some rain down there in Carolina. The coach has already acknowledged it. We'll talk about that coming up here in the structure of the preseason game. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. You take a look at what Dylan Gabriel, he has a hamstring. Kenny Pickett has a hamstring. Even Shedeur Sanders missed a day with a little sore arm, right? He was back in practice, ready to go the other day, so I think he should be fine. But what this means is it just gives you an opportunity that you got to have multiple quarterbacks. You have to have 3 quarterbacks. Now, look, Joe Flacco may play a series or 2. He ain't going to play that much. He might get a couple of reps here or there. He'll get the series, and we talked about it on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show today. The way I would handle this situation is this. Joe, you're going to go out there. You're going to run a couple plays. If you go 3 and out and you feel like you need some more work, I'm going to lean on you as a veteran. You want some more work? I'll give you a couple extra plays in that second series. But if it's a longer series and Joe gets into the game, he looks good, offense looks good, and he's ready to go sit down, we're going to put him on ice over there. He's going to chill out. He's already 43 or 40-something years old, 41. I don't need no extra stuff. You already know what Joe got. We're going to get him a couple plays. To me, this whole preseason game, and we'll talk about this coming up later in the show, this Shador time. it's time to cook. It's Shador time. It's time to cook. And let me tell you about, it's a bunch of people out here, man. It's getting real quiet out here right now. I mean, I'm hearing people do these mental gymnastics where they trying to act like this, oh my goodness, this, well, is he ready? Is he not ready? What are we doing here? No. When you got Tyler Huntley, he's going to come in and he's going to play that little mop-up duty in the fourth quarter. There should be at no point is he getting meaningful reps. Now, Shador's arm is a little sore, but he going to get from the second series potentially all the way through the first half. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to give him all the opportunities to get that halftime, his arm together. I'm going to go. Kevin Stefanski should be intimately talking to him. Like, hey, this is what we look like going into halftime. These are the adjustments that we want to make. This is how it looks. I want him to be calling plays. I want adjustments out of halftime. And I expect to see him the majority of the third quarter, if not the entire third quarter. That's what I expect to see. Tyler Huntley is here because you're going to be in the practice on Wednesday against the Panthers, a different team. It's going to be ratcheted up, and you need somebody to come in and learn those plays very quickly and be able to call some plays and look competent. I expect Shedeur Sanders to be getting Dylan Gabriel reps with Joe Flacco, just like Dylan Gabriel was getting the reps, just like he was receiving them. I think, listen, Shedeur Sanders should be getting those first-team reps in practice. And then you get Huntley, who's going to round it up with the threes or whatever the case you may have. But under no circumstances is Tyler Huntley here to be taking any reps away. Let me play this video because this is courtesy of 92.3 The Fan, and let me upload this. Let me get to this because I think this is very pertinent. Let me go with this first, and this is some of the stuff that I was talking about earlier. Let me highlight. Now here we go. Before I get to that, let me highlight this real quick. Because one of the things that I'm starting to see that's happening a little bit is guys is trying to come with this thing where they tell him, oh, well, maybe he isn't ready to play. And if he isn't ready to play, don't throw him out. Stop with all these games, bro. You talking all that talk about not being ready to play. Dylan Gabriel has not looked good. Let's keep it real. Like, stop acting like Dylan Gabriel. You could keep just throwing him out there and he ain't looking good, but he deserves first team reps. He deserves all the reps. He get the benefit of the doubt. Let's not act like you trying to like so this is some charity case. You can't pull that over here, bro. Let's stop mentioning to me about some 5th round picks. We're gonna get to. Remember what I told you? We getting to what we getting to now between these white lines. And Jonathan Peterlin, shout out to him for standing on business. He perfectly eloquently points this out. This is courtesy of 92.3 The Fan. Let's stop acting all the games is being the charades is over. Guys and people around the city are starting to wake up and say, oh, it's time to get to this football. And you can't hide nobody no more. You can't do it.
The two biggest sins in how quarterbacks are ruined is putting them out there too early. I'm not saying that's actually what's happening here, but they might say that. Or 2, just not coaching him up right, which I think is another attempt to make sure you put him out there when he's ready.
And again, I get the putting him out there too early thing if we're talking about a real game. Like, it's a preseason game.
This is a real game.
This
is real tape. And by the way, it's not even just about Shador being ready.
Like, these are the opportunities.
Is Shador ready to go on the field and also lead those guys in a meaningful way where he's not getting in the way of them putting good tape out there as well. And that's what they would tell you. Again, I'm just trying to give you what I think the Browns' perspective is, whether I agree with it or not when it comes to Shador.
And I would tell their perspective is trash if that's what they think it is. If it's like, oh, he's holding people back, you shouldn't have drafted him. If you can't trust a quarterback to play in a preseason game, then you shouldn't have drafted him. You don't think he's an actual quarterback then?
Oh, yeah. Listen, this the energy I'm looking for. This that energy G. Bush looking for, because now we talking about something, right? We're discussing something. See, Jonathan Peterlin, he's hit on something a little bit here. Let's stop talking. First and foremost, Stop telling me what the Browns think. Well, they think, well, they're ridiculous if they think that. And they're even more dumb if they think that the community is going to stand on that. You think you're going to come in here after you told us it was a 4-quarterback competition, after Shedeur Sanders has unequivocally lapped Dylan Gabriel at every single juncture. Let's be clear about that. Stop talking about all the supercomputer stuff, because at some point, like Joe Thomas said on these airwaves of UCSS, you know very quickly who's that dude and who's not. We got detractors in the game, and they got to show. Tony Grossi had to come out and say, listen, he had to throw it today yesterday. His numbers is better than Gabriel's. His statistics, his completion percentage, his touchdowns, his stature, his big throws, all of them been bigger and better. So you think that you're going to tell me, what you mean he not ready? It's practice. Don't nobody got to get ready for practice. You got to get ready to dominate. You got to get ready to cook. No, you see the energy level? See, the energy level is different. Darryl Ryder's energy level is different. He said he ain't been ball. He ain't nothing he showed said he was a quarterback. I said, dang, Darryl. Zach Jackson, he said it day one. Hey, I don't know, man. It's just, but what we've been sold as a bill of goods by people trying to peddle and what the Cleveland Browns is telling them. I don't give a damn what the Cleveland Browns is telling you. 3-14 tells me what I need to know. That's all I need to know. Where's the results? My defensive line coach used to tell me back in the day, hey, don't tell me about the labor pain, show me the baby. I never knew what that meant until I got older. But this is why, and I'm going to keep going to this. I told you guys from Jump Street, all that stuff about who's going to start and how you going to move and this guy's going to get more reps and Pickett's the guy and then it's Flacco, then it's Dylan Gabriel. All of that means nothing to the NFL field. Hamstring injury. All that talk about somebody just being the mythical starter, guess what? That went to the wayside. Next day, hamstring injury. I'm not wishing no injuries on nobody. It's the nature of the beast. I done had 18 surgeries. Serious ones. ACLs, MCLs, PCLs, neck, back, calf surgery, toe surgery, all the above letter D. I know intimately how the game of football is savage-like. JOK was one of the best players, and then you step on that field and you're not there no more. So all that talk about what we gonna do and how you gonna plan something out, that just goes to show you it's a plan in your head, and you and I don't count. Your thought process and narratives it ain't busting no grapes out here. You know what it is? Players play, coaches coach. We talk. Some people write. You write whatever you want to. The destiny is up to the people who do something with it. The destiny is those that need to do something with it. So people got a little scared. Tyler Huntley. Is Tyler Huntley coming to get the minutes? No. He's here because we need a quarterback to throw some reps when the other two quarterbacks is out. Remember what I said. You can't make the club from the tub. Not saying that their job or the quarterback competition is over, but it all boils down to opportunity. Speaking of which, we shall come back and get to opportunity. We shall get to it because it's Shedor's time right now. I told you it's the time right now. We'll come back and talk about it. It's G. Bush right here on the Ultimate Browns. This episode is sponsored by the Game Time app. Let me tell you about the great people over at Game Time and Game Time's new feature called the Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets for your favorite live event even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff and show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste the time searching through thousands of tickets. Guess what? Don't worry about having bad seats, man. You can check out your seats right before you get them in the panoramic view of your seat in the app before you buy. They also give you the lowest guaranteed ticket prices, and Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference in the ticket coverage. Boy, I tell you what, your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with the Game Time app. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code word LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off of your first purchase. Once again, terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem the code LOCKEDONNFL. That's LOCKEDON NFL for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? You know what it is. It's game time. Welcome back to the fastest 30 minutes, and we gonna go over a little over time. We gonna get to it today. We got to talk about it. Cleveland Browns are off. But first and foremost, let me throw this out there to you. I thought this was very interesting. Indeed, this is also one of the reasons why you might have a little problem. We talk about it all the time. You might have a little bit of an issue here. Let me take this down. Get to this. This is Anthony Rizzuti of Panthers Wire, right? He talks about this. He says the Carolina Panthers and Cleveland Browns are ready to get their feet and everything else wet before the preseason opener. Friday will mark the beginning of the exhibition play for both teams, who are slated for kickoff from Bank of America Stadium at 7 p.m. Eastern time that evening. But before getting there, they have a tough it out for what will be likely a rainy joint practice Wednesday. Head coach Dave Canales says, when asked about the less than ideal forecast after Tuesday's session, which also featured some damp conditions. We're just going to practice, Canales stated. The field was great. The turf itself, there wasn't a lot of slipping. Our grounds crew have done an amazing job just making sure that it's draining properly and all of that. So we'll go out there, we'll practice. I think Kevin and Kevin Stefanski kind of expects that. He texted me this morning. He said, it looks like rain for the next 37 days, but it'll be good. The energy will be good. They won't even think about the water. I promise you. It'll be about the opportunity to go against other pros. One of Carolina's pros, center Austin Corbett, who also talked about tomorrow's workout in Cleveland, is actually very impressive of how well the field handled all the water we got with the rain, Corbett said. Who spent the first year and a half of his NFL career with the Browns, wasn't puddling or anything. Grip was fine. We'll see how long the rainy day today, and telling some of the my people and Cleveland buddies, pack an umbrella. Canales confirmed that the joint practice will be padded. So listen, here's another reason why Tyler Huntley is a Cleveland Brown as of today. It's going to be very rainy. It's going to be slippery outside. I don't care what they say in Carolina. Oh, it's draining well. Anytime you're dealing with some water, anytime you're dealing with any of that, there's a couple of things you don't want. Slipping and falling down for hamstrings is not a good idea, especially when pass rushers are chasing you around. Hamstrings don't tend to heal well when you're moving like that. Also, here's the problem. If Joe Flacco was slated to be the starter, you telling me that you are one guy away from what? Shador being a starter? That's the thing how practice works. That's the thing how the game works. You got to have three quarterbacks. So when I heard this and I read this article and I will share with you guys, it told me all I needed to know. Because I think this also played a reason and a rationale why the Browns went out and got Tyler Huntley, because it's going to be wet. You're going to have a practice that will be full padded, and the Cleveland Browns are not taking their foot off the gas. The Cleveland Browns will go down there. It will be padded. It will be contentious, and they will be getting into it down there. So the Browns are still going to continue their physical camp. The Browns have had a physical camp so far. I can expect them to be no different with this being physical, right? So let's remove this a little bit. Let's get to this. Matter of fact, let me throw this up here. I want to get to this. There was something we listened to Jonathan Peeler as well as Nick Wilson, afternoon drive on 92.3 The Fan. They talked about what reps are you supposed to see from Tyler Huntley? What are they looking like? And could it be possible that he gets more reps than Shedeur Sanders? I don't think Peterlin's having it. I don't think he's having it.
I don't get really caught up too much in the starting. I would like to see Shador play a fair amount of the game. Who starts and who doesn't start, I don't know that matters as much to me.
No, that's not the deal breaker. The deal breaker for me is the understanding that every rep that Tyler Huntley takes is a rep taken away from Shador, and every rep taken for Tyler Huntley is a rep that is, in my opinion, just a lost rep.
So do you just not trust the Browns with Shador's development?
Yeah, in many ways. Sure, I think that's part of it. If they go the route that is being suggested there, where it goes Tyler Huntley plays way too much of that game, and Shedeur Sanders, you got to wait until the third quarter because apparently we have to treat him like a Fabergé egg. He's just so delicate. He can't possibly be thrown in the mix for a good portion of this game. And yes, I will start to question what their process is. And it's not like they've given us in the past a bunch of reason to believe that they know what they're doing in the development stature.
Oh. Peterlin might be a CU auntie. Let me find out Jonathan Peterlin is a CU auntie. He said, are you saying, do you not trust their development? He said, no, not necessarily. What have they shown me? You see, this is what I've always been telling you guys. I know, listen, no disrespect. I know y'all look at me as hyperbolic, and I know y'all look at me as a dude that just be out here just doing the most, and a guy that's just G. Bush being the Duke and knee jerk. That's just G. Bush in what he's saying. There's a reason why the streets are quiet. Where's all that Kenny Pickett, rah first? Where's all that Dylan Gabriel extra? I'm confused by it. I'm confused. Right now? No. Right now? I don't get it. I'm not seeing it. Where is it at? We're gonna get to the comments. We're gonna get listen. We're gonna get to the comments. I see them stacking up over here. We're gonna make sure we get to them. But I'm just asking. I'm just saying. You see what people are saying. They're not saying this because they're zealots or they're drinking all the Kool-Aid or they are some sort of Shedeur Sanders cult follower. You know what they reacting on? Them plays that's being made. See, that's the worst thing that could happen to people. Before in life, we used to have to worry about, and we used to have to say, we don't have any footage. We don't have no footage. We just got to go by what you're saying at practice. But now all the throws is televised. All of the stuff is right there. And when you see one person struggling, and we don't take any delight in Dylan Gabriel struggling a couple days ago, but he has limitations. I'm just saying, their scouts, people talk about how Shedeur is a 5th round pick, but they never seem to give you that the Browns overextended themselves and took Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round when nobody else was doing that either. So it equal out, right? One person, they say, well, he's a 5th round pick. You know what? What did you expect from him? I could also say, well, listen, nobody else in the NFL, just like you said, nobody else took Shedeur Sanders and the Browns gave him a chance. I could say the same thing for Dylan Gabriel. Nobody else was taking him. So it even out, right? The limitations are there. And it's not like it's a knock against him. He's a nice dude, nice ball player. but the limitations of how you see it in the pocket is just different. So when Peterlin is sitting there talking, I unequivocally agree with. Is he some delicate flower? What are you talking about? Y'all think y'all be so smart with that he's not ready to play? That he's not ready to play is based on who? 4-year dude in college. What are you talking about? He's not ready to play. He's more physically ready to play than Dylan Gabriel. What are you talking about? See, that he's not ready to play is an excuse. The he's not ready to play is an excuse. You know, you think you're gonna scare somebody out of it, and now at this point he has to play. He has to. He has to. Give me 2 seconds. This is bad radio. Yeah, this is bad radio. But anyway, he has to play now. He's going to get an opportunity to play. And it's because of the other 2 guys being out. And here's what I'm going to say. This is about to be, to me, his opportunity to shine. As I said before. This is the biggest week for Shedeur Sanders. We're going to find out a lot about what's going on with Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is a guy who is going to get the opportunity to play on Wednesday in the inter-squad scrimmage with the Panthers. He's going to get an opportunity to play a bunch and a lot on Friday. And here's what you got to get. Nobody is more excited, and nobody don't understand the magnitude of it more than Shedeur Sanders. Because when he told his dad not to come up here and not to, he said, no, I got some work I need to do. I got some stuff. I'm working and I'm owning this. When this stuff type like this happens, he's got an opportunity to show what he can do. And the thing that has been most misconstrued is that nobody that is a Shedeur Sanders, they think they want to see him opportunity to see him play. We've been conflating this from day one. Don't insult our intelligence and make it seem like we just sitting up here making up stuff that Shedeur should have everything handed to him. Nobody has ever said that. Let's stop making up the premise that you guys are just, people are trying to sabotage him and that's why you guys are upset. This is absurd. No, what we're telling you is the Cleveland Browns need a quarterback. The Cleveland Browns don't have first-round picks and plethora of guys that they got moving around. The Cleveland Browns are the ones that told you this was a 4-quarterback competition. The Cleveland Browns are the team that went and visited Shedeur Sanders 7, 8, 9, 10 times in Colorado. They did it. They drafted him. So don't be upset when people who are in a city that is starved for a quarterback, they need a quarterback, they need to understand what we're going to do. Don't get to a place where you start to feel like we're not dumb. Of course we want to see what he's able to do. And for you to act like it's some stretch of the imagination that he's going to get a chance with the ones when you see Dylan Gabriel going out there practice after practice after practice after practice with limitations. And you're trying to act like and keep telling me that's it. You're insulting my intelligence. I'm standing there in practice looking at it. And you keep trying to tell me that's it. And I ain't gonna listen. By the way, you can't be telling me that's not it. You ain't touched no football fields. See, this is where we get a little. Stop trying to tell me that's it. And keep, the more you say it, you think you're gonna keep saying it and that's it? And we gonna take it? No. So yeah, people are going to push, and a lot. Dylan Gabriel's not playing. Kenny Pickett's not playing. Joe Flacco is going to get a series. If you think people are not watching you, and if Tyler Huntley gets meaningful reps at any point in time during that game, we on you. Just understand it. Because now, like I always told you, sometimes mysterious things happen. You can't even turn around and say, I got cover for this. You don't have any cover. He's going to play. He's going to get his opportunity. And I'm excited for it. When we get back, we'll come back and talk about the structure of this preseason game, what I'm thinking about. We'll come back and talk about it. You're listening to G. Bush right here on the Ultimate Browns. Every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. Which players are showing up in the biggest moments, and how could tracking their trends help you build your next big bet? What would it look like to combine live prop bets mid-game based on how action unfolds? How could a $200 bonus in bonus bets add to the excitement if your first $5 bet hits? New to FanDuel? It's a perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com/UCSS and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Oh, listen, and I've been just updated. Let me update this. Let me give you my images. I was in such a rant that in between the time I was in my rant, the news just dropped. The Cleveland Browns announced Shedeur Sanders will start Friday night's first preseason game in Carolina. Oh boy. Go ahead, get ready. Come on in here. Come on in. Y'all ready to go? 2,300 people wherever you at. Come on in. Let's get to it. Let's get right on to it. You see what happened? You see what I be talking? Let me see what I be telling y'all. What I say? I said from day one in the summer, don't worry about that. Don't even worry about that. You ain't getting reps on day one. What I tell you, keep going. You ain't seeing nothing on day two. Keep going. So what? You didn't get no reps on day 3 and 4. Keep going. At some point in time in life, in the way sports work, you keep putting that work in, you keep showing up, you keep pushing, you keep moving. Guess what? You're gonna get an opportunity. This don't mean he's starting the first game of the season. This don't mean he's gonna come out and be great. This don't even mean that he's gonna come out and light the scoreboard up. You know what this means? It does mean that when you put hard work in, you trust in God, and you keep coming, you keep going out here to practice and putting work in, you'll get your opportunity. And this is the opportunity that he was looking for. This is the opportunity he was looking for. Because the great part about football is, guess what? When he go out in that first team huddle, he's not a 5th round pick. He's Shedeur Sanders trying to make a name for himself. He told his dad, I don't want you to come up here when we doing it like this. I want you to see me doing my thing. I want you to see me doing my thing. Guess what? He gonna start and he got a chance to do his thing. There it is. Always remember that. A lot of people was upset and a lot of people was mad. But watch how things play. Like, you can't stop that. You can't stop that. You can't, like, at the end of the day, let me just ask y'all, what did them first team reps mean? What did they mean? See, favor ain't fair. What did they mean? Them first team reps didn't prohibit him from getting to where he was today. Did it? Again, this don't mean he gonna do nothing. It don't mean he gonna listen, he still got to put the work in. He still has to complete the passes. The guys need to go out there and play. But you can't stop nothing. You could do all that prognosticating, all that stuff we talked about for 3, 4, 5, 7 days. He don't get no reps. He can't get no reps. He about to get cut. No. Preseason started. You know what? I was going to talk about something else because I was going to say, what does this mean for the show? What does this mean for the practice? I don't mean nothing now. Playing. And a lot. Let me get to these super chats. There you go. They announced Shador starting per Mary Kay 10 minutes ago. There you go. I'm already enjoying having Sanders on the team. James Cosby, 312-25. So I appreciate your super chat. G. Bush, I don't believe in Shador arm soreness. They are still trying to hold him back. They know he gonna look better than Dylan did with the first one. They're gonna stop with Shador behind or not good tactics. Well, listen, Solo Ezekiel 13. Guess what? No tactics now. No tactics, right? You're gonna see what we're talking about. We starting now. Listen, here's how we gonna move this. Right now, I'm gonna do these super chats. We're gonna get to the expectations. I need your expectations for what you seeing from Shedeur Sanders. I want to see it. What's your expectation level? What you looking for? This is what we talking about. We ready now. We ready now. See, I told you last week. It's about what you're doing now. All that 5th round stuff is done. Think about it. Understand, this is crazy. If you was a person who thought Shedeur Sanders was going to start and play, and you wanted him to start and play, and you wanted him to be a number 2 overall pick, if he was the number 2 overall pick, he probably would be starting, guess what? What game? The first preseason game. He's a 5th round pick. Due to circumstances, guess what? He's still starting the first game. Who cares about the circumstances? All that matters is you getting it done. We pushing. Super chat. McGay 1. I appreciate you. There it is. NFL breaking news. Yoshi Doshi, Dad got to see me coaching OHA regionals. My gold medal, Halloween morning, 2 years later, he was gone. Shador, live for now. Now will never come again. The fierce urgency of today. I guess Coach Prime can come visit him now. What you doing, Coach Prime? You can go see that today. Come on down there. Come on down to Carolina. Coach said he got firsts early. Tick, 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 tick. You funny. Kenny Pickett, welcome to the Shanghai Sharks. Y'all cats is brutal already. Already brutal. I need to see it. What we talking about? Let me get to some of these. I need all that. I need all the smoke. Let me see. Let me see what I need to. Let me. I'm all in the live chat. We're gonna get to many of the. I want everybody's opinion on it. We're gonna go a little overtime today. Let's see. Factory Q. 12 has been balling since prime prep and has impacted every program at every level he has ascended to. I need them to see that. I need that work here. Buff's playbook. He's going to make it do what it do, like always. Legendary. Selmo Fudd at Nubian Buck breaking how about a master plan. Let's keep it. Let's at new Bane Shador threading the Panthers. At John May 4423. I want him to be aggressive and not cook a pretty completion percentage. I like what you said right there, because here's I've always thought. It's always about that completion percentage narrative stuff is cool. I've always told y'all. I've always told you guys, it's about them plays downfield. I need to see you making them plays downfield. 15 to 20, intermediate. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go, Shador. Well, there you go, Sanders. Gee, you funny. Yeah. Nephew always been him. Let's go. And Mr. King, you said you got, hold on. Mr. King, you got 250? Hey, anybody, hey, listen, he get 2 touchdowns at 250. We cooking. He get 2 touchdowns, 250. I might come with 3 watches on UCSS. 3. But the $sign in the right-hand corner. He getting it started on a rating day where they will run mostly, will be hard for receivers to catch, etc. Again, uphill battle. At Uber driver 5711, hey, he better tell them boys before, hey, listen, Flourier, listen, let's get it going. That kid gonna be doing this thing. Let's see. Hey, Abdul Smith 9434. Hey, listen, right now, all of the unbothered CU people is right now kicking back with a lemonade or iced tea. Somebody told me, G. Bush, you don't even know. You seeing the contingency that's just the CU aunties ain't gonna play with nobody no time. He said, but it's even more unbothered aunties. They got a whole contingency that's just sitting around. They say they don't even pay attention to football practice until church service is over. Now all they do is go to Bible study and chill out. I said, dang, it's a whole nother group of them. He said, oh yeah, you'll see them. Hey, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, at Von Randall, I'm telling you right now. Think about it. If they would have taken, this is why I keep trying to tell y'all, you can't stop what's going to happen or how you going to move. I said, the one thing that you can't take from somebody going to get the opportunity. And when you get your opportunity, it's up to you to do what you're going to do with it. But if you capitalize, people talk about, they chill out. He can't win this. Hey, listen, bro. You say what you want, man. And I played football, and I got my position by somebody being injured. Rest was history. Let's get to these super chats. Could it be they are setting up 12 for a failure? Consider he has received the least amount of live reps. Nope. You know why I didn't set up? Because he's a gamer. Hey, when the lights come on and they're the brightest, certain people just turn it on. You know what the great thing about it is? He's got the least amount of reps with the ones, but I guarantee, watch this. Now, I already know how he gonna move. You think he ain't linking with Jerry Jeudy? You think he ain't hitting Jerry Jeudy? Hey, listen, David Njoku. You think he ain't linking with them? You think he ain't on that bus right now or the plane or whatever they had in the hotel? Because he going to get some reps with the ones tomorrow against the Panthers, right? You think he ain't talking to them, the offensive line, figuring stuff out? See, that's the thing about football. You can talk all that other stuff, but the guys that are in that locker room understand the rules of engagement. The rules of engagement is this. It's time to lock in. When you're the number one dude coming out that huddle, it's different. It's intoxicating. It gives you that juice. Come on, man. Can you think about this? You couldn't have told nobody 5 months ago, 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 days ago that Shedeur Sanders was going to start the first preseason game and look at Joel Bitonio, possibly, or Wyatt Teller, possibly, and the offensive line and call that huddle, break that huddle. You done got the first 5 or 6 plays scripted. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. What you talking about? You couldn't have scripted that. That's why I always tell people, if you, and I want to appreciate y'all too. I want to appreciate y'all too. Because I've been talking this same talk for how long? So they was looking at me like the boy that cried wolf. They was looking at me like, oh, that's G. Bush. He done lost his. It's like I can see what Noah felt like when he was building that ark. People was walking by him and it's 90 degrees and it ain't rained in 4 days. And you see that boy Noah over there? Noah over there building this doggone ark, bro. I don't know for what, bro. He ain't lost his. He got his wife and his kids out there building this ark too. Talk about this gonna rain, bro. We live in the middle of the Mojave Desert. What are you talking about? I was out there telling the reps don't matter. They said this fool G. Bush, he done lost his mind. The Deshaun Watson stuff must have fried his brain circuits. He must have listen. They do that too much Kool-Aid. The Duke a knee jerk. And now what? I don't look so crazy. You're gonna get your opportunity. Oh, there them first team reps come. There they go, LJ. This is what you're looking for, Yoshi Doshi. High accuracy, field vision, slide, and work the defense. Now, I don't pause. This is pause. High accuracy, field vision, slide, and work the D. You can't say that. This might be one of the most pause-worthy super chats of all time. I appreciate you, though. All last season, year he was the number one quarterback, Unitas winner, etc. He had no O-line, no run game, and was the most accurate quarterback in NFL or NCAA history. Devin the Dude, 2023. Appreciate the super chat. Bush. Good in controls, not the Brown. Bush. God in control, not the Browns front office. Well, the Browns front office, they are in charge, but sometimes things are taken off. Certain pieces are moved on the board where, I mean, you didn't really have no choice but to start them. Guess what? Some would say, maybe divine intervention. Allegedly. Will you watch a long Friday? Shador will do Shador. He will shut the haters up. Legendary. Will I be watching? Y'all listen. Y'all didn't know? That was on my phone. It was my wife blowing me up. She was distraught. She don't understand football sometimes. She was like, babe, why do they take Tyler Huntley back? I thought Shador was playing. I said, listen, babe, it's a, he's just there to do his thing. Man, she was calling me. I just take my phone. I was like, bro, what is she calling me? I'm like, what are you like? She don't never call me. She said, breaking news. I said, when did you start breaking news? I'm like, bro, this is wild. Of course I'll be watching. She gonna have every TV on the house on. Get that popcorn ready, Deion Flores. Get that popcorn. Mary S., I know you was in the building. I know you was lurking around. 12 don't care about rain. Check the Baylor game out last year. Get your popcorn ready. Shador is going to cook on Friday night. Let's go 12. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you locked in. Put a 1 in the chat if this is going to be the only preseason game you done watched with this level of energy. Put a 2 if you say it ain't no big deal. I want to see it. Because it's a lot of dudes that talked about, oh, the preseason don't matter. Preseason don't matter, G. Y'all done lost y'all's mind. It do now. Mama Bell, hey, Shador's grandma. Let's go. Let's go. Alexander Gallant. Stefanski has no credibility with me and definitely should be called out if Shador does not start at Carolina. Well, you ain't got to worry about that. Kevin Stefanski must have been in the chat. He said, oh, listen, you got to do something with this. You got to do something. Don Adams, 2063. I trust God with 12. Blessings, King. Yes, indeed. We are going to be locked in. This is must-see TV. Must-watch TV. Can you imagine? See, here's the problem. He scored a touchdown, and that risk go up. It's hard. It's gonna be hard to take. It's gonna be hard to take him about the game. Katrina Tyson, 6097. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I trust God with 12's blessing. We in here. Cream always rise to the top. Hey, he had to come back. He said, they playing around. Oh, here we go. Be ready to go now. Solo Zeke. My G, I can't even imagine the stress of these haters. Big Mad. Clinish him. Hey. Day one, they was looking at him to listen. Trust me. We was doing, hey man, if you've been in part of the barbershop, you was pulling up early. If you've been part of the Ultimate Browns, you know what I said during the draft process. If you on UCSS, you already know what I've been saying. I've been cooking like this. I told you. You're going to get a shot. And we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Yoshi Doshi 2006. You didn't cry wolf. You cried legend. Now 12 will throw for 203. If he throw for 203 touchdowns, if he throw for 203 touchdowns, Kevin Stefanski ain't no fool. He not. Do y'all notice something? Why you feel like this Kevin Stefanski don't be really doing that? When has Kevin Stefanski been like, yep, 3-4 days before, yep, Shador starting? I think they really behind closed doors is really moving their chips to the middle of the table and being like, let's find out what he's talking about. Let us fit. Okay, sit aside, just chill out. We're gonna see what he's talking about. Because let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let's see this legendary. A dude that has not got no reps with the ones against the regular Browns team. He's gonna get reps tomorrow against the Panthers. And he don't know nothing about them, ain't been in. If he acclimates himself tomorrow, I'm not even expecting much tomorrow in a scrimmage. If he comes out and balls in the practices, the joint practice in the rain, y'all in trouble. Because that he's supposed to struggle tomorrow. And if he don't struggle tomorrow, that confidence is going to raise in everybody on that line. All the receivers, all of the, listen, because it's like, you think, we sitting here, what you think Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward saying? Because they ain't going to play. They're going to have a front row seat watching him ball. They're going to be like, yo, this dude different. You don't want people starting to talk about this dude different. That different whisper, it'll be hard to take him out. Super sticker. Thank you. Grandy Channel 6389. Thank you so much for the super chat. At Nasir Maru 1. Thank you for the super sticker. Matter of fact, it's 2,800 some odd people in here. Thank you guys for coming in here. It's more of a breaking news at this point. We're just getting your thoughts on it. Shedeur Sanders, if you're pulling up right now, Shedeur Sanders has been named the starter for the Carolina Panthers preseason game #1. And it's been kind of a whirlwind 3 or 4 days. But it just goes to show you, keep showing up and putting that work in. You'll get your chance. Make sure you subscribe. Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Make sure you subscribe to the Barbershop. Make sure you subscribe all the way around. I feel like, to be truthful, and shout out to all of the guys out there. Bag Dog TV, I see you out there. Big Snacks, I see you out there. I see a lot of guys putting on. If I'm forgetting your name, I see a lot of guys putting on for the Cleveland Browns content. I love that. I love when I'm seeing young dudes, guys outside of the structure putting on with the content. First of all, it helps, it expands the brand, right? The more people we can get talking about the Cleveland Browns and talking about some of these things, talking about Shedeur Sanders, is the more people we can bring into the tents. And second of all, I like to see guys, young guys, expanding and doing things and being entrepreneurs, right? Shout out to the Ultimate 216 doing big work. Shout out to Cecil Shorts. Shout out to all the Browns content that's out there that's independent. Shout out to the Locked On Browns and Spencer German. I see you over there. But this is going to be a fun season, man. I like this. This is going to be a fun season because we're going to get some new blood in here. As you can see, the Colorado folks done spiced it up. And now I'm starting to feel like people starting to understand where you're coming from a little bit. That energy level. Yeah. Yes, sir. It's over now. In the words of the great Gil Scott Heron, the legendary revolution will be televised. Larry Fournier, you are correct. It will be televised nationally. I can imagine Jimmy Haslam saying, make the announcement. Make the announcement. Drop that. It's time. Straight Talker 1619 ain't bothered at all. Frying fish on a Friday, about to be legendary. The unbothered aunties is in the middle. The unbothered family, I hear they deep. Shedeur Convos have helped new people find G. Bush. K. Slade, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate all the new cat. Listen, I feel like I'm an ambassador. I feel like I'm an ambassador. I embrace difficult conversations, and I approach it with real life solutions. The difficult conversation wasn't difficult for me. I say, come on in here. Really, we want the same thing. Y'all want Shedeur to be a franchise quarterback? So do I. If Shedeur is this franchise quarterback, guess what I get? The Cleveland Browns are good. I've been a Browns fan since day one. And over time, if you do find a franchise quarterback, guess what happens? You build roots and links and ways in the community. Just like Shedeur Sanders isn't from Cleveland. He got drafted by the Browns, therefore started building bonds in different places with players that are here. And then while you're here, you grow roots and you see things that need to be done, like going to the projects and doing some of those things. So you building that rapport. Rapport doesn't happen overnight. You don't get married to your wife and all of a sudden you become best friends with your in-laws. You do your best to represent your wife. You do your best to be cordial. You do your best to put your best foot forward to show you that you're a good guy. But over time, they get to see you're married. Over time, they get to see you actually do it and not say it. So the Browns people want to see them do it, right? So, okay, I'm fine with that. But I also could understand when somebody is down for you and you see that as family, you ain't going to let nobody talk to you about your family. It's only one rule we got in the world here. My mom said, listen, if your brother in a fight, you in a fight. If your cousin ain't got no sandwiches and you got 2 sandwiches, guess what? One of them sandwiches is his. Ain't no such thing. My grandfather used to feed everybody in the community. Feed everybody with sandwich. He listen, if his house was open and you was hungry, downtrodden, needed a place to lay your head, you needed a couple of coins to put in your gas tank, he was always there. So I understand how people feel about family. And I told him, I try to have my emotional intelligence on. I said, listen, guys, I try to tell everybody in the industry, I said, hey, listen, this storm that's coming is brewing. Come on, G. Bush, it can't be that bad. We had Odell Beckham Jr. No, not the same. Come on, man, we had Johnny Manziel. I said, no, not the same. We got Baker Mayfield. What you talking about, G. Bush? We've been on Hard Knocks twice. We got Baker Mayfield. What are you talking? I said, no. Not the same. Jason Lewis had to come back. He said, I'll give you credit, dog. We ain't seen nothing like this. Nothing. I said early. I said, man, he's already one of the most popular dudes on the team. He's already one of the most popular dudes in the city. No disrespect. He's more popular than Jose Ramirez, and Jose Ramirez is a walking, basically, Hall of Famer. It is what it is. That has followed him since day one. Ain't nobody came up from the ranks when I've been following a dude before he threw a football. 6 years old. 7, 8. Come on now. I told him. But we're going to get that opportunity. We're going to see. Roberto Vasquez, 1403. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. What's your real expectation for Sanders this week? This is Kevin Stefanski's office, so it's not going to put up big throwing numbers. Here's what I want to see. All you got to do is show me that you got the intermittent timing, right? I think the most impressive thing for him to show, which would shut up a lot of people, is his ability to get rid of the ball and sense when the pocket is collapsing on him. One of the all-time biggest differences between what we're talking about now in terms of college and the pros is just how quick things move. These guys are moving at a blur. The defensive backs is 2-3 steps faster. The defensive ends are lightning quick off the edge. The pocket closes just like that. The closing speed, the level that is the blur. If he can play where he understands the rush and is getting rid of the ball before the rush can get there and being smart and not holding the ball too long, it's going to show a lot. Because that was one of the knocks coming out of college against him. And I said, it's more along the fact that it's not him holding the football. It's saying that it's Jimmy Horn, Travis Hunter, and Shador. They don't really have no. LeJontay Webster, he was nice too. But other than that, they didn't have no support staff, so he had to hold the ball. They're asking him to win the game, not protect it. He didn't have that luxury. Quinn Ewers, a lot of these other dudes, they have the luxury of saying, I'm going to lean on the running game. I got a 5-star offensive line. My defense is stacked. I don't need to be taking chances in the red zone because I got a defense. I can always punt. And I got thoroughbreds up front that's going to get after the passer and get me the ball back. I can lean on the run game. I got 3 or 4 top 5 blue chip All-Americans coming in here. We can hand the ball off and live to fight another day. You don't got that at Colorado at all. He was asked to win the games. So if he can stay consistent, get rid of that football, and make checks and make it look smooth, no false starts, no delayed games. If he plays a clean game and he ain't big in no reps, this is what we start talking with Herman Edwards when he was on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. If it's close, I'm playing a rookie. And you tell me, if he can do that with no reps, what is he going to do with reps? By week 5, he better than you. I didn't say it. Herm Edwards said it. He said that. And Coach Prime will see both Grown and Jimmy. Yeah, you're right. He going to be there. I am a Sanders fan and I live in Memphis, Tennessee, and I want to fly to Charlotte for this. That's the power of Shador have. Browns have no idea. Culture changer. At Popular Villain, thank you so much for the super chat. At Baked ZD 8725, thank you for the super chat. G. Bush is the auntie that lives in ATL, and I'm tempted to roll up to Carolina for this preseason game. I tell him, 8. Your expectations are simple. Am I looking too close? Nah. My expectations is I want to see them basics. Because let me tell you how they're going to look at it, chat. Let me tell you how they're going to look at this. Real talk. They're going to look at this as, a lot of people is going to look at this as a I got you moment, because they're going to say, I got you, because they expect him not to come out here and perform well. They completely understand that he has not received first-team reps. He hasn't played with these receivers. Timing isn't there. He does not, his arm was sore, right? They're going to look at this as an opportunity. If he goes down there and plays poorly, I got your moment. See, I told you he was below Dylan Gabriel. I told you he was going to struggle. Remember all the things we brought up? They're going to use it as an I got you moment. So the things that I want to nip in the bud are the things that shows that you have competency. Like the narrative that I don't know how to call a play out of the huddle and get up to the line of scrimmage and snap the football. I want that to be gone. Or the play where guys are going to be confused, running around with their heads cut off because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing or don't have control of the huddle. Those are things you could debunk. And let me tell you, people are going to be, it's almost a no-win regardless, unless he comes out here and puts like 3,000 on the board. Because some people is going to use it as an example to say if he plays poorly, I told you so. And then the people who, if he plays fairly well, they'll say, that doesn't matter. The Panthers are terrible. It was a preseason game. Week 1, we saw DTR do that. Be prepared. Be prepared. I'm just giving you the both sides. Be prepared for it. By the way, we will have post-game shows. Tune in to UCSS. Me, Mikey McNuggets, Earl. We will be for the preseason game. We'll do a post-game. We will also do a post-game show. Following that, on the Barbershop, I'll give my news, notes, and analysis of the game. Make sure you're tuning in. It's the only place to be. It's the only place to be. Nasir Maru. Shador has always been him. Let him ball. I agree. Salute G. Bush for keeping it real. Hashtag legendary. OT. Let me see. I don't know how to spell that, but we appreciate the super chat. Thank you. And thank you so much for Cleveland. J916 became a YouTube member. Thank you guys so much. Well, we are here at the end of the show. I want to let everybody know we appreciate you so much for checking in on us. pulling up on us. And if you pulling up late, Shedeur Sanders scheduled to start tomorrow. Getting first team reps at the inter-squad scrimmage with the Panthers, and has been named the starter for week 1 preseason game. It's about to get interesting. As always, you never know what G-Bush might show up. Radio, television, internet, practice, wherever. If you want the fresh cut on sports, I keep the Clippers with me and how I get down. Have a great rest of your evening. And as always, like I always say, go Browns.